Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. So you can't actually see that very well, but your key to the week this week, I assure you, is the Emperor card. So this week you are commanding your space and your sphere, whatever that means to you. So this might be a week where you're having to pull rank in some way, shape or form. It could also be a week where you are interacting with a boss or a superior if you work for somebody else. It might also be a week where your father becomes a lot more prominent in your life, or a father figure, or for those of you that have them, a boyfriend or a husband. Like, remember that the Emperor is a universal significator of men in general. This is, as well, I just want to say, happy damn birthday to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful solar return. If you are celebrating your birthday this week, I really hope you have a wonderful day, and remember to fill the day of your birthday with a little bit of everything that you want this whole year ahead to have in it for you. With that said, the other thing with the Emperor card, this can be about education and educational pursuits. So this might be a week where you are learning a lot, where the mind or the knowledge base is really starting to expand. It might also be as well that through big conversations with, important men or male figures in your life, that your world expands in some way, shape or form. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you, and if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit the subscribe button. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with the forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and options this week, you have excuse me, the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh. This week you have the Queen of Pentacles. Excuse me, coupled with the Emperor card. This might be a week where you are either speaking to or working with a financial advisor or institution in some way. This could be where you're really starting to look after your finances, your money, your resources. You might be getting really clear on where your money is going, or starting to set yourself a more sort of strict budget this week. It could also be as well that for some of you, this might be a healthcare professional that you're checking in with. This might be a week where you start to get really serious about looking after yourself, about your body, about your mind, your body, your spirit, whichever one, or maybe all three. Now, remember what I said about this being like an important male figure in your life, and then you've got this with the Queen of Pentacles as your actions. This could be that this week you are offering your love, care, attention or support to an important male figure in your life. This might be somebody that really needs you to show up for them as much as, or if not maybe even more this time, as you would for yourself. Now, be mindful of this, because obviously a lot of you Librans are very giving. They naturally give too much. Why? Because they're always seeking to address or align an imbalance, and unfortunately a lot of people in the world are quite imbalanced already. Now, that being said, Raf casually shading half the world there. No, I'm joking. But yeah, the other thing is as well, this could be a week where you are expected, for some of you this might be a week where you're expected to deliver on a deadline. I'm not entirely sure it's possible. So there are going to have to be either some compromises or some adjustments this week. For your communications and conversations, you have the Two of Wands coupled with the Emperor. That is a lot of Aries energy. So an Aries person could feature for you this week, or maybe you are having to really step forward with your own passion, your own desire, your own energy. This might be a week as well where you decide that there's something that you want, that you're going after, and you're not letting anyone or anything stand in the way of it. Remember, the Two of Wands is a really great card for connecting with or to people or places of affluence. So this with the Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor card, my money is on your money. Like, there's something about your money, your finances or your resources that you're really focused on this week. This could be conversations about money. It could be about how you increase the yield of your finances, or how you get money out of your work or your business. Maybe you're approaching the boss this week to say, listen, you better give me that pay rise. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, This could be a week where you are either looking at the funding, the resources, the loans, bursaries, etc. that are available to you. For some of you, you could really do well this week where you figure out, actually, you know what? Not only am I going to be able to cover this, but I actually will be able to live relatively decent. You know, students, as much as everyone's like, oh, you know, they haven't got jobs or whatever, like, it's not an easy life to live as a student. It's really not. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, big conversation this week, potentially about what you earn, how much you earn, how you take that money in, or potentially what other benefits are possible, even if you can't get a pay rise. For those of you that are self-employed, business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, I mean, I like it because it's giving you a, what's the word that I'm looking for? I like it because this is a lot of get up and go. Like this week, you're going to be really sort of proactive about the career path, about your business, about making certain connections, but also about extracting the most out of things. For some of you, this might actually be a time where you are revising your money, your resources. Maybe you're looking at raising your prices, or you're, you know, maybe looking at different pay structures. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this would be a really good week to check in with a financial advisor about, I mean, obviously Mercury is going retrograde in your 12th house, then will go direct and come into your own sign. But yeah, either which way, I still feel like this is some remedial actions around your finances and resources this week could be very prominent or to the fore. For your love and relations, you have the 9 of Wands. So partnerships, relationships, these could potentially be where some of the issues arise. Now, what I find really interesting here is just because of the combination of cards, I get the feeling that there's something that you either want to do or initiate, but your partner or your significant other, maybe they can't see why this is a good idea or why you want to do it. And so you might get resistance from them, which can be really frustrating, right? Especially if you're really showing up for them. It could be as well for some of them. So for a select few of you, maybe a partner or a significant other has had an accident of some kind, or, you know, a slip, a trip, a fall. So maybe you're having to show up for them that bit more than usual. Maybe they've just been fired. So again, do you know what I mean? Like there's something where you're having to really show up for them more than you usually would, which is saying something because, like I said, you guys really do give a lot. It could also be, with this 9 of Wands though, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, you might be trying to do or initiate something that your partner either just doesn't understand. And if that's the case, you know, go into overdrive with explaining it to them, not explaining yourself or why you want to do this, but so that they can understand, oh, okay, so you're doing it because ... For those of you that are single, if you are meeting someone this week, interestingly enough, this person could be very successful, certainly very wealthy, but they could also have a bit of a past about them as well. I've never met a really successful person that doesn't. For your money and materials, and I mean, everybody has a past, right? We've all got something, we've all got some stuff that we would rather not was out there on the wider world stage. It's life. You got the Hierophant card for your money and materials. And again, I have to say, like, there's some, like, money is all over these cards, like financial institutions, financial advisors, big decisions when it comes to money, big connections when it comes to money for some of you as well. This could as well, for those of you that are business owners, maybe you get a client this week that is a big fish client. That's what I call them. You know, somebody that's either very wealthy, really well connected, or can help you in some way. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is going to be your neck, your throat, and your voice as well, potentially for some of you. Be mindful of this as well, because you've also got the Queen of Pentacles here. So you are having to really look after your physical health and vitality this week. When it comes to your home and environment, the Hierophant card I like for home because it suggests a lot. So for some of you, you could be finalizing a home purchase or some work that you're doing on the home to beautify it. For others, this could see you working on the structure of the home. And if you have any challenges or issues come up in that area, it's likely to be structural, which, you know, is not really good news, because Aesthetic stuff with houses was really easy to fix. It's the structural stuff that potentially is either very costly or takes a long time. That being said, all in all, it doesn't look like a bad week. It just looks like quite an intense week. With that said, I wish you but I mean, it can't be any worse than last week, right? With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care of yourselves. Happy damn birthday to ya. I truly hope you have a wonderful one. Take care, and I'll see you soon.